Now, if you want to become a coach, that's amazing. Celebrating you hard. Start where you are. Start exploring it. Start really asking yourself, like, why do you want to become a coach? Do you want to become a coach because it seems trendy and there's all these coaches telling you you can build a 6 or 7 figure business in 3 months? Okay, that's possible if you've probably come from that background. But really ask, like, why? Are you genuinely curious about the field and the structure of it all? Are you just saying a hell yes to the shiny object, or a hell yes to also the growth that it's going to require from you? I'd also say, yes, get a training and look at all that you're bringing to the table. I see a lot of people who have so much like value to already give that they could go get a training to help them like structure their sessions and like learn more how to lead a coaching conversation. Absolutely. But I also see people that are so qualified and that keep going from training to training without actually coaching someone, or at least not going like deeper into it. So I love to learn. I've been that person too that's just invested in so much knowledge without giving myself space to implement it. Give yourself space to implement and like to fall flat on your face. There will be sessions that you're like, this was so bad. That's okay. Embrace the failure, embrace the stumbles. That's how you learn. You will learn while you're on the field, not just when you're hiding behind a coach training program or a book. You got to get out there. And I'd say find someone who can help you do that. I haven't led my U Collective coach training a long time, but if you are considering becoming a coach, we can book an initial session to explore that together and maybe have a form of apprentice coaching experience to support you on that journey. I've helped several clients transition from their careers into becoming coaches, and that's so much fun. Um, hmm, do your energy work. You will learn a lot of skills and techniques, but you really need to master your energy so that you can hold powerful space for people. Because I think ultimately people really need to be seen, feel safe, and heard. And if you can do that, you are ahead of the game by far. But if you only come to a conversation trying to like fit in a certain like framework within an hour or 2 hours and make sure you hit all these points, you might start by doing that when you're just starting out. But what will be more impactful is like your presence and how you made those people feel, and in your deep listening, what you were able to uncover and mirror back to someone. And you really need to work on your energy to do that, I believe. Be your own client first. Like you need to love what you're selling as well. You'd be like, would I buy this? Like, would I invest? Like you might have a niche that's very different than, you might be a woman who specializes in male athletes retiring. And you might be like, well, that's not who I am, but that's the niche I love to work with. So, when I say be your first client first, or your client first, that might not literally be possible, but you also want to keep, in the experience that your clients are in and walk your talk. I think integrity is really important. You don't have to be perfect. In fact, oh, that's my next point. Don't try to be perfect. Be real. I think there's a lot of pressure I think coaches put on, or anyone in a field where, I remember like being a life coach. I'm like, I haven't lived that much. Like I started 25. I had lived quite a bit. Like I worked with what I got, but I look back and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I had these beliefs or thought this at the time. And that's going to still happen. I know I'll look back 10 years from now and be like, oh, when I was 40 and I was such a young girl, I've changed, so be yourself, you're human. And I think staying true to that humanity, letting go of the title, honestly, like I just use the word life coach because it encapsulates a certain aspect of the work I do, but there's a lot that isn't defined. And that's great. And I feel when you show up as an honest, grounded, value based, heart centered human being, ready to guide a powerful coaching conversation, you can't go wrong.